Before I met Lewis, I was clearly the most indecisive man I knew.
Then I met Lewis, and I wasn't so sure anymore. You see, Lewis thinks a lot of things that don't make much sense to most people. And I think a lot of things that don't make much sense to most people. We're both pretty dumb, but we're a lot of the same dumb. Lewis can relate to the things that I think, and I can relate to the things that he thinks, mostly. Some of the things he thinks are beyond me. But there's two personality traits that we both have that seem contrary to each other. That, as mentioned, we're both a bit indecisive, but once we truly decide something, we tend to be very loyal to whatever that thing we decide is. After all, Lewis has been a Lions fan his entire life. The way that someone like Lewis would love someone reminds me of a quote from my favorite philosopher. Some people care too much. I think it's called love. We need to do it. I'm Paul. My name's Paul. I was Lewis's roommate our sophomore year of college, which really doesn't sound like much when I say it like that. But what that means is, before Lewis started following Bethany around everywhere our junior year, he used to follow me around everywhere. Back when Lewis and I roomed together, one thing that would happen quite frequently is that we'd be lying in our beds at night with the lights off, and we'd talk for a while. A lot of the things we said then should probably never be repeated. Not because they're bad or inappropriate, they're not. But if I said them out loud, you'd probably think we were really stupid. So we were two single men at a Catholic college with lots of beautiful women. Can anyone take a guess at what we talked about sometimes? Well, anyway, Lewis had two things that he would say quite frequently. He would say, quote, "I'm so happy being single." And quote, "I really want a girlfriend." Sometimes we'd also talk about traits we want in a woman. I don't remember much of what Lewis said, except this one, that he said he wanted a woman who watches football. So towards the end of that school year, Bethany, Lewis's lab partner, told Lewis that she likes him. And this threw Lewis for a bit of a loop. At this point, I couldn't really tell if Lewis liked Bethany or not. And honestly, Lewis couldn't tell either. You can't stay in your corner of the forest waiting for others to come to you. You have to go to them sometimes. I guess Lewis made a decision at some point over the summer because he wasted very little time in the next school year and asked Bethany on a date. And after that, nothing ever went wrong. Until the start of their second year, when Lewis did a fake out that they were going to McDonald's. So after that, over the next few weeks, Lewis and Bethany's relationship began to materialize, and I began to see less and less of Lewis, while still getting more experience there really than any man deserves to have. I also got to know Bethany quite well that year, because I worked with Bethany at the same job and saw her quite a bit. Bethany is what I would call a strong, independent woman, which is a woman who's strong and independent. And funnily enough, Bethany does in fact watch football. And Bethany has found out over the last few years that she does enjoy hanging out with homeschoolers. Now, if I tried to say everything I could about Lewis and Bethany, y'all would murder me. We'd be here for hours. So, suffice it to say, Lewis and Bethany have had a lot of happy moments together. They've watched almost every movie. And I've witnessed many loving insults. And they've suffered together, which I would say more than any of those items has help them grow their relationship into what it is today. About 2 years after Lewis and Bethany started dating, there was one day I was hanging out with Lewis, and Lewis asked me a question. Look, he said, quote, asking for a friend, "You know any good places around here to propose?" Fortunately, Lewis didn't take me up on any of my suggestions. They were all pretty bad. How lucky am I to have something that makes saying goodbye so hard? What do you do? To come full circle with it, Lewis and I had a conversation as sophomores in college that really would have made a lot more sense if we were 6. We talked about the idea of best friends, and I somehow convinced Lewis that the idea of having a best friend, someone to be the rank one among your friends, was a silly idea. As mentioned before, we were both pretty stupid back then. But I think we can say that we both pretty well refuted that conversation in that I'm here giving a speech as you're promising to be Bethany's best friend for the rest of your life. Now, maybe part of you is still a little bit scared, and maybe we'll both always be a little bit scared when there's important decisions to be made in life. So Lewis, we all know you got this, man, so it's going to be really good. Anyway, the days are here where I know I'm not going to see you as much as I once have, but I know I'm still going to see you from time to time, and I'd like to think we made the most of the time we had together, and that we made each other better people. Now, I'm going to hurry up and finish here because I know we all just want to see Lewis try to dance. But I need everyone to stop for 1 second and acknowledge that Lewis, one of the most indecisive people I know, decided that he's going to be Bethany's husband for the rest of his life. Anyway, to finish things off, a toast. Lewis, you're braver than you believe, you're stronger than you seem, and you're smarter than you think. May God bless the DeLellises always. Thank you.